I'm going to give you a brief update on the Alex Murdaugh case. This is an update on the movement over the past several days. It is not noise, it is not speculation. It's the actual filings, some new motions, and a clear shift in how the defense is positioning the case of the upcoming hearings. The defense pushes for a different presentation in court. One of the newest filings centers on how Murdaugh appears in the courtroom. His attorneys have asked the judge to allow him to appear unshackled and in civilian clothing during all pretrial proceedings, and also for his retrial. They argue that visible restraints would prejudice a future jury and that there is no security justification for keeping him in chains during pretrial hearings. This is a standard defense move in high-profile cases, but the timing matters. It signals they are preparing for a very public courtroom phase. Since he was tried once, and they have overturned that case, he's still in jail for fraud cases for over 30 years. He is a criminal. Even if you take away this whole other case that they're retrying him on, the man, to me, does not deserve to be sitting in a courtroom wearing his suit and without shackles. He is a criminal. And I don't understand with a lot of these cases why people are to be in courtrooms now when they're in jail and they can look all nice and clean and shiny in front of the cameras. But I don't make those decisions. I just don't agree with them. The request also for this new trial is for a change of venue. The defense has now formally requested that the retrial be moved out of the Low County. The argument is straightforward. Years of documentaries, books, podcasts, and nonstop media coverage had made it impossible to seat an impartial jury anywhere near Colleton or Hampton County. This is the first official venue change motion since South Carolina Supreme Court overturned his conviction. It tells us the defense is laying the groundwork for a completely fresh jury pool. The DNA request, another major filing. The defense is asking for an independent DNA testing of material found under Maggie's, his wife, her fingernails, specifically DNA previously identified as belonging to an unknown, unrelated male. They want the testing to be done at, I don't know how to pronounce this, I think it is Othram, a forensic genealogy lab known for advanced analysis. This is a strategic move in the defense, and it can introduce uncertainty around the DNA that was collected and what was stated at the original trial. It becomes a central pillar of the retrial narrative. There is a request for computer access in prison. Murdaugh's attorneys have also filed a motion asking the court to allow him secure electronic access to case materials while incarcerated. They argue he needs to review documents and assist in preparing for the retrial. This is not unusual in complex cases, but it shows the defense is preparing again for a long, document-heavy fight. Upcoming status conference on June 29th. A status conference is now scheduled for June 29th, where the new Judge Deborah McCaslin, will set the retrial schedule, establish discovery deadlines, address pending motions, and outline courtroom procedures. This will be Murdaugh's first appearance since being granted a new trial. This hearing will shape the entire trajectory for the retrial. Becky Hill and the civil lawsuit. Former clerk Becky Hill has filed a motion to dismiss Murdaugh's federal civil rights lawsuit. She denies all allegations of jury tampering and claims both judicial immunity and qualified immunity. She also argues that Murdaugh cannot recover $600,000 in legal fees he claims he lost. This filing sets up a separate legal battle running parallel to the retrial. where the case stands at this point, as of this week. Multiple new defense motions have been filed, a venue change request. The DNA testing is being sought. Murdaugh wants computer access. A major status conference is days away. The request for him to be able to appear in normal street clothes and no shackles. And Becky Hill is fighting his civil suit aggressively. This is the most movement the case has had since the Supreme Court overturned his conviction. In closing, the retrial is no longer theatrical. It is actively taking shape. The filings are strategic, the timeline is tightening, and the June 29th hearing will set the tone for everything that follows, and that's just around the corner. I will continue tracking every development of this case as it moves forward and into its next phase. But I would really like to get your comments on some of these new issues that are being presented. Do you believe that he should be able to have a venue change? What are your feelings about the new DNA testing? How about him being able to wear normal street clothes and no shackles? Becky Hill's civil strategy in her civil case, I'm really not that concerned with that. If he were to win that case for the $600,000, he will not receive any of that money. It will go towards the people that he defrauded. And that's just a small amount of money that comes nowhere near the amount of money he defrauded people. But I would like your feedback on this, so please drop your comments below, and I do answer all comments always. Thank you, everybody, and as always, PI 56 is wishing you a wonderful weekend, and please be safe.